champions. Welcome to another interesting topic on social studies. Ensure that your notes and pen are with you so that you can jot down important points. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the class. In today's lesson, we are going to study the topic leadership. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Define leadership. 2. Define followership. 3. State the qualities of good leadership and followership. 4. List the types of leadership. 5. State the consequences of bad leadership. And finally, state the responsibilities of good leadership and followership. So let's look at the definition of a leader. Who is a leader? 1. A leader is a person who has been appointed or elected to lead the people to achieve a task. A leader is also a person who influences others to achieve a task of common interest. 3. A leader is a person who manages the followers to achieve a common goal. For example, the head boy or head girl is the leader of the students. Also, class captain. In UPSS, we have presidents, vice presidents, and ministers as student leaders. Who is then a follower? A follower is a person who submits himself or herself to the directives of the leader. He is under the control and influence of the leader. Example, students who have not been appointed or elected. Then let's look at the qualities of good leadership and followership. 1. Discipline. This means self-control. A good leader will lead by example. 2. Honesty. This means to be truthful and trustworthy. A good leader and follower should not tell lies, but speak the truth always. Punctuality. This means to be time conscious. A good leader and follower go to school, office, events, meeting on time. Then we also have 4. Responsibility. This means knowing what to do without wasting time. A good leader and follower must be responsible. Then we have number 5, obedience. This means to be law-abiding. A good leader and follower must be obedient and respect the constituted authorities. Then we also have 6, confidence. It means to be courageous and fearless. It means to have positive thinking and be optimistic in the discharge of his responsibilities. A good leader must be confident. Then we have patience, ability to tolerate and forbear things, ability to forgive and forget wrong deeds. A good leader and follower must be patient. Then we have number 8, attentive. This means having a good listening attitude, readiness to hear and listen attentively to the followers' complaints. A good leader must be attentive. A good follower must also be attentive to instructions from the leader. A good leader listens more and talks less. Then we have God-fearing. A good leader and follower should have the fear of God. Next topic, types of leadership and followership. 1. Student leadership and followership. Example, vice president, head boy, head girl, etc. Then we have Political leadership. Example, governors, president, ministers, commissioners. Traditional leadership and followership, we have Oba of Benin, Emir of Kano, etc. Spiritual leadership and followership, bishops, pope, pastors, reverend fathers, apostles. Community leadership and followership, we have the youth leaders, women leaders, etc. Then we also have family leadership and followership. Example, father is the head and leader of the family. Next topic is consequences of bad leadership and followership. 1. Economic hardship. Bad leadership results to inflation, that is persistent rise in the cost of goods and services. 2. Poverty. More than 20% of the world's population lives in poverty. Poverty is a situation in which people have little or no money for the things of life, that is inability to satisfy one's basic needs of food, clothing, and shelter. And this is as a result of bad leadership, not being able to provide what the people need or satisfy the needs of the people. 3. Civil unrest. Bad leadership leads to people taking laws into their hands by embarking on protests, demonstrations, example, EndSARS, strike, etc. 4. Corruption and indiscipline. Corruption is a dishonest or illegal behavior, especially of people in authority, as they use their power in order to get an advantage for themselves. Bad leadership leads to looting of funds and wealth, misappropriation of public funds, bribery, embezzlement, money laundering, abuse of power or office. All these are the consequences of bad leadership. Next, we have waste of resources. Natural and man-made resources will not be used effectively by the leader. The leader wastes resources. 6. Sanctions. International communities and organizations such as ECOWAS, African Union, United Nations, etc. may expel the nation from being a member due to bad leadership of such a country. 7. Anarchy. This means breakdown of law and order. When there is bad leadership, anarchy increases, which will result to increase in crimes like kidnapping, armed robbery, banditry, terrorism, cyber crimes, killings, community crisis, and so on. Next, we have responsibilities of good leadership and followership. 1. Cooperation. Both the leader and follower must be ready to work as partners in order to achieve their goal. 2. Communicate. The leader and follower must be able to speak and dialogue frequently on the tasks at hand and ahead. Occasionally, call meetings or organize meetings with the followers and give feedback on what have been achieved. Next, we have strategize and plan. Both the leader and follower should set goals and plan on how to achieve them. 4. Support or unity. Both the leader and follower must unite and work in harmony in order to achieve their goal. This makes them to work together. And finally, we have result-oriented. The leader and the follower must work together as a team and be focused in order to achieve their goal. Hope you have enjoyed the class. Thanks for watching. See you in the next class. Goodbye for now.